The Minnesota Vikings head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts this weekend, and the Colts, a little bit of a revamped offense. There's a new sheriff in town, a name we're familiar with, and that's Phillip Rivers. Let's take a look at what their offense did well and didn't do well last week. The first thing you're going to notice about Phillip Rivers is if you just leave him in the pocket, he's still a very, very effective quarterback. In this case, they have T.Y. Hilton. They have a couple good receivers, but Paris Campbell was big last weekend, and I'll show you how. Here, they're getting man-to-man across the board, and if you watch, whenever Rivers can sit back and he has this nice pocket and he has time to throw and he can get on a rhythm, he's a pretty good quarterback. You see man coverage all across the board, not a lot of space, but Paris Campbell, he's shaky enough, shifty enough to get away from the jam, get himself open, and a nice big completion early on in this game. So Phillip Rivers comes out of the gate, getting to the top of his drops, making throws, doing things well. So the Jaguars, they try to confuse him. And this guy's been around a long time, so it's very hard to do. They start with three guys over here, making it look like there's something going on over here, and then he decides to shift. They're going to just shift it, bring it over here, try to pull something on Rivers. Rivers has seen it all, so he just waits. Now you notice you got five guys blitzing. And when you blitz and you take a guy out of the backfield and you're blitzing Phillip Rivers, you better get there. Because if you don't get there, this is what happens. Again, Paris Campbell, one-on-one, same kind of a situation across the field, creates a ton of space, makes the catch, gets 16, 17 yards for another first down. So Rivers, everyone talks about getting after him and hitting him. You got to get there. You have to get there. You have to make him uncomfortable. All right, T.Y. Hilton, he's still a good player. This, I think, is indicative of what he's capable of. Again, Phillip Rivers, play action. Look at this pocket. No one's even near him. He has just all day to throw. And look at this. This is a bomb. This comes from this hash and goes all the way over there. It's a 20-yard throw, but from that side to that side, gets it on the money, perfectly aligned right there, so T.Y. can catch that thing and bounce out of bounds. Again, Rivers still has the ability to throw. Now, let's talk about their offensive line. Quentin Nelson, left guard from the University of Notre Dame. Unbelievable player. This is one of the best screen teams that we've faced and I've seen in a long time. They get their running back, Marlon Mack, out here. They're going to get this block. Quentin Nelson moves so well for a big man. When you get him in space, he's going to make that block. And they also have another lineman over here to seal off the backside. He makes that cut, and Mack has nothing but green in front of him. And Glowinski is just a little bit late to get the defensive back from Jacksonville. So that would have been a huge, huge play. Later on in the game, again, Glowinski and Quentin Nelson, remember their names. They block, check through. And you get to this point, look how beautifully this is set up. You've got a block here, and you have all of this space, all of that space for the play. They get downfield. Both those guys move real well, get cuts. Running back turns it and turns on the jets and gets down to about the 2-yard line. Now, interestingly, after this play, Rivers gets sacked. This is the play right after the sack. So again, the pass rush is there. Jacksonville's pinning their ears back, trying to get after them. What do? You throw a screen. But this time in the red zone, you don't see a lot of screens in the red zone because you have so many bodies packed in this tight little area. But they don't care. They've got enough bodies out. They get their blocks. Running back gets in. Hines for the touchdown. So a very, very good screen team. And if you start getting pressure on Rivers, that's their answer for it, okay? From a run blocking perspective, a very mobile offensive line. We haven't seen as much as this. This play is really kind of a thing of beauty with everything that they orchestrate and how they work out. They block down Nelson, opening up this hole. You got the center pulling, Matt Burke style. Glowinski gets up, hits the linebacker, gets him through. Look at this space. Look at this space. And you sit there and think about Dalvin Cook and what he's going to do. If not for an unbelievable effort from this defensive end and this linebacker getting his head across, this guy's one-on-one with the safety. So a huge play. They get the number count they want up front, they're going to move those offensive linemen, okay? Nyheim Hines, their backup running back, he's going to be big this week because the starting running back is injured. What a jump cut. This thing is all blocked up. You have a free guy right here, but he sees this nose tackle come underneath, come out of his gap, makes this jump cut, has that vision, keeps his shoulders square. Look at that. Gets his way into the end zone. So a very, very nice run. So we all heard about the 2 interceptions by Phillip Rivers. Let's take a look. They're not really on Rivers as much as they are just great plays by the Jacksonville defense. You get to this point at the top, you see what? 2-man. Man here, everyone's man-to-man across the board, and you have 2 deep safeties. There's only one guy that's not playing man, and that's this corner. If you notice, his head is turned around, and if you're a coach of football and you love all the little things about football, this is just an absolute beautiful play. This is like a cover 2 trap. That safety's over the top in case that receiver goes. He comes underneath and makes that interception. So when Rivers releases that ball, he thinks he has that route open. If not for that trap by the corner, that would have been another completion. Later on in the game, Andrew Wingard, safety. Rivers trying to hit the receiver coming across. This safety does a great job of cutting that thing off. If this guy runs the post, that's wide open. This guy vacates his zone because he sees the receiver, beats him there, jumps up, catches it, intercepts it. You come away from that game thinking about Rivers and the interceptions. You see it's just great plays by Jacksonville. They put up over 300 yards of offense through the air. This is going to be a great game on Sunday.